Good evening, good morning, welcome, whatever time you're watching this. I always go at the beginning of my videos. This is probably the most overlooked Transformers character of all, and even the G1 series. This is obviously the Legacy edition of Skids, a Honda City Turbo. Missing a few guns, but that's okay. Only needs one. Like I said, the most overlooked character in the whole of Transformers franchise. So just explain that a little bit. He's only appeared twice in the cartoon, and twice he was voiced by two different voice actors. So he appeared in The Quest for Survival. He had one line, and he was voiced by Michael Chain, who voiced Powerglide and Hoist, among others. That's the bit here, it never goes in properly. Second episode, Triple Takeover, and he was voiced by Dan Gilzan of Bumblebee fame. Actually, when you think about it, Dan Gilzan kind of sounds like Alan Alda, but never mind. And with that, in the comics, he had a few stories, but then he was forgotten about. In the US, he had a bit more life, but in the UK comics, which I obviously read, he was lost in limbo pretty much all the time, and obviously there was crossbreeding with the American comics and the UK comics. UK compensated that for just making him, or erasing him completely, or just making him a different character. So he was lost in limbo. Like I said, probably the most overlooked G1 character of all time. So I'll get down on this. Just obviously a Honda City Turbo, slight dusty too. The mold was also used for Legacy crankcase, but you could take off that bumper thing, I guess. This is a pretty solid piece, in which, I mean, there's no sort of loose bits, like that, I guess. It's the best way to explain it. So I've babbled on enough. This is pretty simple. Obviously, the G1 version I have somewhere. No surprise there. There we go. Maybe not. There we go. Yeah, very similar to the transformation of Crankcase. No doubt he's dusty too. Right. And the wheels obviously will fold into place. Like I said, he's missing his guns, well, some guns, but that doesn't matter to me. He's got one at least. This was also recolored to make... I just had the name. He was recolored white to make a different character, which I just had memorized, but I cannot remember. No, I can't remember his name. That name's the tip of my tongue, but you can look it up anyway. So he was recolored to make a different character. So there we go. That is looking good. That name's going to bug me now. Oh, his head fell off. Okay. There we go. Right, I'm just getting everything sorted here. And then that is it. That is Legacy Skids. It can apparently do that to match his G1 deformation, I guess. That name is going to bug me. When I find it out, I'll put it at the bottom of the video. So yeah, so pretty solid. There's no sort of loose bits, hanging bits down like that. Yeah, it's a strong, solid piece. And just wish it would click into place properly. Yeah, so we're good anyway. Like I said, one of the most overlooked characters, intentionally, unintentionally, probably. 2 episodes, and I've recently put up he very stupidly formed a chair for Optimus Prime with Trax, Blue Streak, Prowl, and, well, himself. That'll be on there somewhere. Crosscut, that was it. He was remolded to make Crosscut. I knew I'd get that name. So he was recolored, retooled a white version with a red head to make Crosscut. There you go. Persistence pays off. Like I said, this is a solid piece. Resembles his G1 character. Faded into oblivion in the comics. Poor fella. And I think that's all I have to say. You can look him up on Transformers Wiki. Feel sorry for the fella. Wasn't his fault he was overlooked. I bet he was annoyed about that too. But as we have it here and now, this is Transformers Legacy Crankcase. Transformers Legacy Skids. Don't forget to hit that like button. Show him some love. And check out my other videos. Like and subscribe. And dusting off. Dust. One close look at his face. He's angry about not being used in the comics or the cartoon. Not even a background character in the Headmasters. Boo, boo, boo. So hit that like button, show him some love, and we'll be back with some more videos. Thank you for watching.